Hello and welcome to Xenogears Playthrough for the Blind, Episode 2, Into the Woods. After destroying the village of Lahan, Citan suggests we make our way through the Black Moon Forest towards Av. It was suggested it would be a safe place to hide, but we find our hero entering Black Moon Forest from the world map. Lahan cannot be accessed anymore from the world map, the village now in a smoldering ruin. As we enter Black Moon Forest, the camera pans away from Faye to reveal an ancient forest, trees so old they have fallen over the years, creating makeshift bridges. With sudden suspenseful music, owls, and colorful birds flying into the forest, we follow them. We look around to get our bearings and find a rock suspiciously placed next to a ledge. We jump on top of the rock, then jump onto the ledge, fall down, jump back onto the rock, then back onto the ledge, and kept going up the ledge like they were stairs onto a fallen tree. Ruh-roh, we're in battle. We come across 4 jackals, blue wolves with 2 white tails. We hit the first jackal with 3 light attacks, dealing 28 points of damage. It dies. We are hit with a devastating move, Jackal Tackle, for 4 damage. Then we're hit again with another Jackal Tackle for 3 damage, and finally another Jackal Tackle for 4 damage! Faye, already dizzy from all those little paw attacks, attempts to do a heavy attack but misses. We get assaulted with 3 more Jackal Tackles, dealing a total of 6 damage. We are at 57 HP out of 74. Faye goes in for a solid medium and light attack, dealing 26 damage. Good night, Jackal. Faye changes it up with a light to medium attack, dealing 31 damage. Bye-bye, Jackal. We're getting hit one more time with Jackal Tackle for 3. Faye responds with a heavy attack headbutt. Though blocked by the Jackal, does 18 damage and the Jackal dies. We are in 12 EXP, totaling 215, and we level up. HP plus 7, totaling 81. EP plus 1, totaling 13. Attack plus 1, totaling 17. Hit percentage plus 1, totaling 12. Defense plus 1, totaling 15. Evade percentage plus 1, equaling 13. Ether plus 1, totaling 10, and Ether defense plus 1, totaling 10. We receive no items or gold. Bunch of cheapskates. Now back to what we were doing. Still bouncing around from tree log to rock, we find an aquasol in a bag. We run into some strange spore-like creatures known as hobgobs. As the hobgob climbs up the tree's roots, we follow it. When we get to the top, we're in battle. We are up against 4 hobgobs. We attack the first hobgob with a double kick medium attack for 44 damage. It dies. We attack the second one for a light and heavy attack, dealing 52 damage. Crushing it. The 2 hobgobs attack, dealing a total of 1 damage. We hit the third hobgob with a heavy and light attack for 50 damage, destroying it. We attack the last hobgob with 4 light attacks, dealing a flurry of blows for 46 damage, putting it to rest. We gain 52 EXP, totaling 267. The hobgobs give us 4 hob jerky. We continue on an adventure and we find a save point just behind a tree. And we save. We follow the path around this woody ravine and find another hobgoblin in front of a huge round rock that moves and starts rolling down a tree as we approach. We move out its way and let it roll so we can walk by the now cleared space. FMV. Faye turns around.
Throw down your weapon. Make one wrong move and I'll shoot.
Basically what happens was Faye turned around to find a long-haired, red-headed woman in futuristic clothing. Boots, leggings, long sleeves, and a bodysuit with gloves and shoulder pads. She is holding a gun up at Faye. Faye looks indifferent during the exchange. The mysterious woman is above Faye on a cliff.
Turn around. I said, turn around.
Faye complies and turns around. The mysterious woman hops down and approaches Faye from behind slowly. She takes a step closer, gun touching his back.
Are you shaking?
Be quiet. You don't seem to be one of the Kislev soldiers who are after me.
She takes a step back.
Don't move.
Faye turns around.
I have orders to kill all surface-dwelling lambs I come in contact with. It's part of my mission. It's nothing personal. I have only one question for you. How do I leave this forest?
Are you lost?
Just answer my question. How do I get out of here?
Sorry, but I'm looking for the way out of here too.
Oh.
She puts her gun down and looks down, defeated.
How long are you just going to stand there like that? If you're going to shoot me, then hurry up and do it.
What an odd thing to say. Don't you understand the situation you're in?
I don't care about my situation. I'm just a guy whose life is worthless. There's no point in me living anyway.
Faye takes a step closer.
Stay back!
Faye takes another step closer.
What are you aiming at? Here. Shoot me here. Come on.
Are you mocking me?
The mysterious woman shakes her head and starts stepping backwards.
You're deranged. Something's wrong with you. You should at least resist a little bit. What's this? Who are you?
Stop! Keep your hands off of Elly!
Faye lunges on the monster and we enter battle. The monster forest elf is tall, lengthy, and bald, discolored skin with big eyebrows. Their arms are long enough to touch the floor. They are only wearing underwear. Faye attacked with 2 medium attacks. We do a double leg whack at the elf's face. Takes 25 damage. The forest elves attack. One smashes Faye's face for 6 damage. The other grabs Faye by the legs, throws him into the air, and smashes him on the ground for 7 damage. Faye delivers a light and heavy attack, jacking the elf in the throat and delivering a mighty headbutt for 39 damage, killing the elf. The elf jumps to Faye and gives him a whack, 6 damage. Faye delivers another 2 medium leg combo, delivering 33 damage to his foe. Faye rocks a heavy and light attack, headbutting, then punches the elf for 40 damage. The elf dies. We gain 42 experience, totaling 371. We level up. HP plus 5 to 86. Attack plus 1 to 17. Evade plus 1 to 14. We gain no items or gold.
Are you alright? Hang in there.
Screen fades to black.
Good. You finally woke up. You didn't move for so long that I started to worry.
We see Faye and the mysterious redhead sitting around a campfire cooking what most likely is elf. It's nighttime.
How are you feeling?
The mysterious woman remains silent.
Do you still intend to kill me? Then go right ahead and shoot me. But you better not do it while we're in this forest. Forest monsters hate loud noises, you know. Fine. Don't talk to me if you don't want to. But it wouldn't kill you to thank me for tending to your wounds.
Thanks. But you shouldn't have helped me. Don't think it will save your life, though. It really doesn't change a thing.
What are you so afraid of?
I'm not afraid. I'm just being cautious. It's natural considering how I've met such a suspicious lamb.
Don't you worry. I'm not gonna do anything. Besides, you're much more suspicious than I am.
Huh?
So, what's your name?
I won't give my name to a lamb.
What's with you in this lamb thing? We're both lost in this forest, surrounded by dangerous monsters. Shouldn't we at least be cooperating with each other until we get out of here?
The mysterious woman does not respond.
Good. So, what's your name? It's going to be hard for us to cooperate with one another without at least knowing each other's names. Anyway, my name is Fei Fong Wong. You can call me Fei.
I'm Elahim, but my parents call me Elly.
Elly, huh? Somehow I already knew that.
Ellie seems confused.
Anyway, it's too dangerous to travel in these parts this late at night. Let's wait until daybreak before we continue looking for a way out of here. If that's okay with you.
I guess we have no choice, do we?
Okay then, Elly. How about we have something to eat?
The camera pans up to reveal redwood-like trees that grow into the heavens, with starlight between the canopy. It is nighttime outside and our characters are going to bed. FMV. We see what looks like a young Fae sitting in the middle of a barren desert. Fae is crying. Dark, shadowy figures contrast behind the bright, hot sun, walking towards the camera. Their shadows past our lost and sad Fae. He looks up to reveal that they are people. They are still in shadow, but we see no details. But they all look the same, all with bald heads. Faye looks confused. We see 12 people walking in a straight line on top of a sand dune, near Faye but not noticing him. Faye runs after them. They disappear off into the distance. Faye cannot keep up. He is wearing a light shirt with some long jean pants with a belt, also wearing boots. He sits back down, defeated. Faye wipes his tears. Top-down view of Faye. A feminine shadow walks in the frame next to Faye. Faye looks up at her. We see a silhouette of a redheaded woman wearing white and the same cross pendant from before. Faye looks enchanted. She reaches out, pendant flashes.
You must be lonely here by yourself.
Faye reaches up. We see their hands moving and connect. Screen fades out.
Faye. Faye.
Faye?
Screen fades in to reveal Elly. It's morning time. It's time to get out of here.
Are you awake?
Elly is in our party. We are in a wooded area, dark from the tree cover. It is daytime. We look around and walk around to get our bearings. We find a pathway with a sign that says, East Path Up. Watch the cliff. We walk up the path with no regards for the cliff. We find an aquasaw. We go up some more paths and we find another sign that says, Arrow facing east, Lahan Village. Arrow facing west, Av. Beware of landslides. No point going east, so we head west. We see a group of hobgobs just kicking it, and follow one that leads us to a chest with an arcane rod in it. It's a weapon for Elly. We jump because we forgot our buttons, then press the right button to open up our menu screen. Then we proceed to forget our buttons again and close our menu accidentally, followed up by reopening our menu. Welcome to the full JRPG experience. We open up our equipment. We replace Elly's magical rod for an arcane rod, adds +2 to attack. She also has equipped a pilot's uniform, Ether Stone, ether value +2, Anti-Ether Stone, ether defense value +2. We exit the menu. Fun fact, playtime so far is 1 hour and 29 minutes. We rotate the camera to make sure we don't fall off the hill we're on, and to look around. We run up the pathway we ran up before. We jump over another hobgob and follow that pathway to find yet another hobgob. We follow the hobgob to reveal another chest on another hill connected via a fallen stone slab. We enter battle. We are facing 2 forest elves and 2 dive bombers, big birds with large beaks. Dive bombers watch and wait. Faye attacks a tree elf with a light and heavy attack, dealing 44 damage, killing it. He is getting stronger. The other elf smashes Elly for 8 points of damage. Elly jumps to the forest elf. She does a medium and light attack, doing a front flip kick to the face, followed up by a whack from her extendable baton. She does 19 damage. Faye be delivering a double kick combo with ease, dealing 35 points of damage, killing the forest elf. A dive bomber does a multi-attack on Elly, doing 8 damage, 27 out, 43 health. The other tries the same on Faye, but he blocks that damage, only doing 2. Elly delivers a 3 light attack combo, smacks a dive bomber with her baton, then a spin up attack followed up by another spin low attack to the legs, 20 damage. Faye attacks the first dive bomber with a light attack, killing it with 12 damage. Dive bomber does a multi-attack, Elly blocks that for 3 damage. Get out of here. Faye finishes up the dive bomber with a light and heavy attack, dealing 57 damage. Pretty good for a lamb. They both receive 40 EXP. Elly levels up. HP max +9 equaling 52. EP max +1 equaling 18. Hit percentage +1 equaling 8. Defense +1 equaling 17. Ether defense +1 equaling 12. We receive 1 Zetasol. Zetasols will revive an ally. Faye and Elly stop walking.
Faye. Yesterday you said that your life was worthless. What did you mean by that?
Why are you asking?
Why? Yesterday you looked like you had a death wish. You think it wouldn't make me wonder? Say, how did you get stranded in this forest in the first place?
I should ask you the same question.
Huh? Well,
Faye walks away from Elly towards a tree.
I ran away from my village, or what's left of it.
Village? You don't mean...
Lahan. It was a small village that existed between this forest and the mountain range. I ran away from there.
That village?
It was a nice, peaceful village. Everyone there treated me like family. Then, last night, a group of gears suddenly appeared and started fighting right in the middle of the place. The village was engulfed in flames. I couldn't just stand there and watch Lahan be destroyed. So to try and save the villagers, I got in an empty gear, without even knowing how to operate it. I just thought maybe I could do it. No, it was more like someone whispering to me. Someone whispering to me, telling me to do it. But it was a disaster. The village.
Was it destroyed by the Kislev army? Faye?
Faye turns to Elly. Faye's portrait turns into mopey Faye.
No. The village was destroyed by me. Yes. It was me. I destroyed Lahan. I'm sure of it.
What do you mean you destroyed it? I thought you were trying to help save the villagers.
I did try to help. I actually took out a few gears. But then, I came under heavy fire from a new group of gears. And then my friend, Timothy, was hit by a hail of bullets. Then I lost it. Everything just went dark. I don't remember anything after that. The gear I was in went out of control. Well, that's what Doc said. When I came to, the village, and everyone in it was... Alice. She was such a... Alice and Timothy. Oh, God. Everybody. All such good people.
Went out of control? The gear? What about the village? Faye?
Yes. The gear.
The screen loads in to show Elly in her cockpit. 3 similar gears are flying in the background. Elly is talking to her commander.
Damn. They're still giving chase. We've entered every territory. I'm not giving up now. This gear's too important.
The gear is shot down and falls.
That's done it. I'm at a disadvantage now. Van Houten, what's wrong? Respond.
Shrapnel. In my back. My thruster's output is dropping. I can't maintain altitude.
Damn it. Everybody land now. Regroup on the ground. We'll have to engage them.
We see a giant robot falling towards a landing, lightning shooting out of its thrusters. It is nighttime. Even in its crouched state, it towers over the hut houses of Lahan. Elly jumps out and walks away from the gear. 2 gears land behind it and ready their weapons. They begin firing. The screen returns to Faye and Elly.
If they had never come to the village, never started fighting there, then I wouldn't have tried to pilot that gear. It's all their fault, not mine. They're the ones to blame. If they'd never come, none of this would have, if not for them. Them.
Faye says as he hits a tree.
Enough of that! You're a coward!
A coward? Me?
Yes, you're a coward. All you're saying is them. You talk as if it's not your responsibility.
I'm to blame?
Yes, that's right. Of course the direct cause of the battle was that a gear made an emergency landing in your village. But all Kislev wanted was the gear, right? They weren't invading or out to destroy Lahan. They died because you had to pilot the gear and start fighting. Whatever made you get into that gear? Not just anyone can pilot those machines, you know. Besides, you should have been helping the villagers flee to safety instead. How can you blame the damage on a gear when you made the decision to fight in it in the first place? Why won't you take responsibility? Why are you trying to put the blame on others? That's just running away. You're a coward!
Well, if you put it that way, yes, that's right. I am a coward. I didn't realize my own strength and have been blaming what happened as a result of that on others. I'm a pitiful excuse for a man, but I just felt this rush of blood in me and I couldn't help myself. Or help others.
Faye grabs his head and falls on his butt, back against a tree, clearly distraught.
Faye, I'm...
Shut up! What do you know? When I came to, I was surrounded by piles of rubble. I didn't know what had happened or what I had done. I remembered absolutely nothing. All I knew was that my hands could still feel what they had done. The only things that penetrated the gear's barrier were screams. Screams accompanied by the stench of blood, the sound of crushing bones, and my own curses.
Faye stands up and shows Elly his hands.
Look at my hands. Can you hear their voices? Can you understand this feeling? The feeling of having destroyed your village with your own hands? Of not being able to do anything for the children left behind? Now they have nothing. I have nothing. I have nowhere. No one.
Faye collapses on the ground again.
I didn't want to get in it. I had no choice. There was no other way.
Elly starts to walk towards Faye, pauses, and then takes a step back. She proceeds to walk away from Faye, only to look at him one more time before she goes. The screen loads. Elly walks towards the screen, camera zooming in on Elly.
Why did I go and say that to him?
FMV of Elly.
You talk as if it's not your responsibility.
No, I didn't do anything.
They died because you had to pilot the gear and start fighting.
Elly grabs her head.
It wasn't me, can't you understand?
Elly's in a metallic hallway and drops to the ground, dead bodies everywhere, and blood splattered all over the place. Elly looks at her hands covered in blood.
Not just anyone can pilot those machines, you know.
I didn't do it.
Why won't you take responsibility?
Elly's in a dark room, purple spotlight over her.
I'm not so strong.
Why are you trying to put the blame on others?
The screen keeps flashing between her conversation with Faye and her memory.
I'm not even all that talented.
Blood flows down the screen. Images of dead people flash.
You're a coward!
That's right. I'm a coward.
Faye was speaking. FMV fades and we return to Elly.
Yes, that's right. I am a coward.
Elly proceeds to go through Black Moon Forest alone, but with caution. Suddenly, a T-Rex pops up out of nowhere, jumps towards Elly, and goes rawr.
Oh no.
Faye jumps up. Faye proceeds to save Elly. But first we have to get a chest we totally didn't get a chance to get. We receive a survival tent. And we're gonna save. First rule of RPGs. Even when someone's facing death, always save first. Fun fact, this chapter of the game is called Into the Woods. After taking care of all that, we run to save Elly. We run across the stone bridge, and then proceed to load. We load into a T-Rex just chilling there.
Elly!
The giant green T-Rex has Elly in his small, comical hands, drops Elly, and then proceeds to roar at Faye, drool dripping out of his mouth.
Elly! Are you alright? Darn, she's unconscious.
We are in battle with a Rain-Car, which is the T-Rex. The screen zooms in on Elly to let you know you have something to fight for. We do a light and heavy attack. The heavy attack misses, does 1 damage. The Rain-Car does a tail thwomp, does 27 points of damage. We rock a double medium leg attack, doing 1 damage since the second attack was blocked. We do 2 light attacks and a medium attack, doing a solid 3 damage. We proceed to do 4 light attacks, dishing out 4 damage with ease. The Rain-Core Dragon does a tail smash to Faye for 27 damage. Faye is at 30 out of 86 health. We use an Aqua Solve and restore 50 HP, bringing us to 80. The animation looks like a drop of water dropping onto us and then kind of exploding, but in a happy way. We do 2 medium attacks for 2 points of damage. It's not looking good for us. The camera moves to show the Rain-Core from behind and then pans to his front. The Rain-Core proceeds to open his mouth like he's going to take a bite out of us.
Faye!
We see a top-down view of the crab helicopter that was in Citan's house. The helicopter is carrying Faye's gear from Lahan.
Faye, I have been searching for you. Here, you can use this.
Citan drops the gear next to Faye. The cockpit opens up.
Hey! Hold on a second! To tell me I can use it is one thing.
The camera moves to show the Rain-Car facing Elly, opening its mouth and ready to attack.
Elly! Damn it! Doc, I have a favor to ask. I will defeat this monster. But if it looks like I'll go out of control, like last time, then shoot me.
Faye, let us pray that won't happen.
Citan proceeds to fly away. Faye reluctantly gets into gear. The camera proceeds to go from a top-down view to a crouch view of Faye's gear. We execute a heavy attack for 71 points of damage. That's what I'm talking about. The Rain-Car does a breath attack. Smoggy dark air hits our gear, giving us a slow. We do a medium attack, but misses. The Rain-Car does a tail smash for 62 points of damage. We are not deterred. We go in for a heavy attack, dealing 70 points of damage. Since we are slow, the Rain-Car gets off 2 attacks. First a tail smash for 58 damage, then a spinning tail whip for 59 damage. We are a total of 1,621 health. We execute a heavy attack that was blocked, dealing 37 damage. We're at 1090 out of 1200 fuel. The rain car breathes another smelly attack, keeping us slowed. Then follows up with a spinning tail attack for 61 points of damage. We hit the rain car for a medium upper roundhouse kick for 35 points of damage. The rain car hits us with a spinning tail attack for 62 points of damage. We try a light double punch attack on the rain car, but only does 17 points of damage. The rain car, yet again, hits us with a spinning tail attack for 60 points of damage. Getting fed up with this fight, we launch a heavy attack against the rain car, but it dodges the attack. 1030 out of 1200 fuel. We get hit with another breath attack, prolonging his eventual demise. We are whacked with a tail spasm for 59 points of damage. We are at 1379 health. We play it safe with a medium attack for 38 damage. Rain car's HP is unknown. We get hit with a spinning tail attack for 61 points of damage. The rain car follows up with another spinning tail attack for 58 points of damage. We are annoyed. We unleash a heavy attack for 74 damage. We are still annoyed. We are hit with another breath attack, keeping us slowed. We do a light attack for 19 damage, and I question why I did that in the first place. We get a patented tail smash for 59 damage. We are at 1201 health. Tail smash again, 58 damage. We try another heavy attack and it connects for 75 points of damage. The rain car is visibly injured and near death. The rain car makes a last-ditch tail smash for 61 damage. We finish off the rain car with a heavy attack for 74 damage. The rain car falls on its side, landing next to Elly. That was a close one. We receive 348 EXP, totaling 759. We level up to level 7. Receive HP plus 2 equaling 88. EP plus 1 equaling 14. Attack plus 1 equaling 19. Hit percentage plus 1 equaling 13. Defense plus 1 equaling 16. We receive 1 scales. Used to sell. We see Elly laying on the ground, and we see Citan walking up to phase gear.
Faye, are you all right?
Faye jumps down.
Yeah, I guess so.
That fight with the Rancor was remarkable. An ordinary gear could not defeat that monster. And you certainly keep yourself in good shape.
Why did you bring this here, Doc?
This? You mean Weltal?
Weltal? This is the gear that destroyed our village. Why did you bother bringing it here? I never want to see another gear again.
I understand how you must feel. But, in order to protect yourself, you need a certain degree of strength. Even more, since we are being pursued.
I agree that a certain degree of strength is needed for self-defense. And if it weren't for this gear here, Elly and I'd be in that Rankar's stomach right now. But its power goes beyond what is necessary. Does one really need the power to destroy everything? I don't need that kind of power. I just hate gears.
Faye, using power or being used by power? Is that not a problem of the heart? If humans do not use their power for wrong, it can be a good thing. I believe such power can help us. In that respect, I know you will be fine. It sure helped you out this time. Am I right?
I want to believe that, but something is holding me back. This gear.
Faye looks at Wiltall and shakes his head in disappointment.
Well, whatever. At least Elly is safe now.
Faye and Citan walk over to Elly to check up on her.
She seems to have come to.
Elly stands up and shakes her head.
I am Citan, a friend of Faye's. You were nearly that Renkar's meal. If Faye had not helped, I hate to think what may have happened. But I was not too pleased with his rashness in trying to take on that beast with his bare fists.
Bare fists?
Well, I am glad that you were able to find a use for what I brought you. Let us just say that we are borrowing what the Kislev army left behind.
Oh. Thank you, Faye. This makes twice.
Don't mention it. I'll just put it on your tab.
It is getting dark. Let us set up camp and start out early tomorrow. The both of you look tired, and I need to make some repairs on our friend here.
All three look at Wiltall and the screen transitions. The party has set up a campfire. It is nighttime right now. Citan's on top of Wiltall, examining it. He shakes his head in disappointment.
It is no use. The knee actuator and bypass circuit are both ruined. The actuator can be fixed, but the circuit needs to be replaced.
Citan jumps down and walks towards Elly. Faye is asleep.
Oh, having trouble sleeping there.
Yeah.
I imagine you would. You have had quite a day. This is the machine Faye used during the battle. There was another machine left sitting on the outskirts of the village. Nilbeer Darslegus? It was yours, right? Just as I thought. The missing pilot from the gear that made an emergency landing in Lahan, and the mysterious woman found wandering lost in the forest, are actually one and the same person. Judging from your uniform, I would also say you are with the Gabura military. Perhaps a lieutenant. Am I correct?
How? Who are you?
I checked the ID tags of the soldiers who died in the attack on Lahan. The design on their tags and the design on your uniform there are almost the same. Do not worry, they were given proper burials. But they may not have been too pleased to die in a foreign land.
Maybe.
Does Faye know about you?
I don't think he's realized yet.
Most likely. Faye knows nothing of the world outside of Lahan.
I see. So how come?
In any case, it is best if we do not pry into each other's pasts anymore.
But...
Let us just say that I know a little more about the world than most do. Anyway, Elly, I have a favor I must beg of you.
what is it?
Go straight ahead and you will come to a road. Then, just keep going. Would you please leave while Faye is still asleep? Unfortunate things keep happening around Faye. I would like to protect him, if possible. I do not want him caught up in any vain struggles. I am also saying this for your benefit. Elly, you do not belong here. Go back to your family. Do not worry. I will not let Faye know what your true identity is. I will just tell him you went to meet up with your family.
No, it's not that. I did something terrible to him. So, just want to apologize.
Something terrible?
They told me it was our fault the village was destroyed. They kept saying, if only they hadn't come. Then I called Faye a coward, because he was trying to escape from the responsibility. But in fact, it was me who was trying to escape from taking the blame. If I hadn't crash-landed there, they would all still be living peacefully now. All those people wouldn't have been caught up in that tragedy. But I accused Faye.
You are a rarity. I did not expect your people would ever think like that. To your people, surface dwellers are nothing more than domesticated animals, are they not?
The shepherds, the Abelites, took control over the lambs, possessing the right to give them life and death as they see fit.
Exactly. Yet you seem to feel responsibility toward Faye and the villagers. Why is that?
I don't know myself. At Jugend, I was taught that surface dwellers were stupid and base. And that is why we have to control them. But
upon meeting Faye, something about him made you feel differently?
yes, he's no different than we are. In fact, he seemed more powerful. He has something we don't. He also risked his life to save me. Twice.
Most of your people would feel ashamed at receiving such a favor. And yet, you are grateful to Faye.
It's probably because of my father. He had an open mind to surface dwellers. My nanny was a surface dweller. No one knew about her, though. Besides, I am the same as Faye.
The same?
No, nothing. Never mind.
I think I understand. I am sorry. After just saying that we should not pry. It is my nature, you know. My wife says I am too persistent and that I talk too much. But, personally, I disagree. It is probably best if you return home to your country. You really should not be here.
I'll return to headquarters. But then what?
You are worried.
Yes.
Worrying is natural. Even I used to worry once too, you know?
Oh, Citan.
Anyway, let me handle what to tell Faye. You had better go now.
Elly gets up and walks away, turning around to look at Citan one more time before vanishing off into the darkness. We sleep through the night and it is daytime. Citan and Faye are around Veltal in a clearing in the forest.
Has Elly gone yet?
Oh, so you were awake.
Yes. I woke up midway, so I only heard part of what you two were discussing. Elly. So, that's what she is?
Faye, she is...
I know. It's not Elly's fault. What happened to the village is all my fault. I took out all my pent-up feelings on Elly. I'm the one who should apologize.
Faye, do not blame yourself. It was not your fault either. You were just trying to protect the village.
Thanks, Doc. By the way, how is everyone from the village going?
Do not worry. Yui is taking care of them. I told her to leave soon and take them all to a certain place. They should be safe for a while. So you just worry about yourself. For now.
Okay, Doc.
Now, to think what we should do next. Shall we leave this forest and head for the desert town of Dazil? We may learn what Av and Kislev are up to, not to mention getting some parts for Veltal. The leader of Av is not going to sit back and let the other knight's fiasco go unpunished.
Citan joins our party. We sit there for a second as we get our bearings. We make sure there's nothing around, and then we leave Wiltall, heading for an opening. A question mark appears above our character and we look up. A massive ship appears over the tree line. It has 3 wings on both sides of its head, with a long body. For a ship, it looks like a giant bug.
What is that?
I would assume it is an aerial battleship from Av.
An aerial battleship? I've never heard of Av having anything like that.
Of course, it does not come from Av originally.
The ship is still flying overhead.
Most likely it belonged to the Gabura forces stationed in Av.
The camera pans back down to show Faye and Citan.
Jebler?
Special forces from the Sacred Empire of Solaris, known as Gabura. I am sure you have heard something about them. They are an organization providing large-scale military aid to the Kingdom of Av. They showed up in Ignis several years ago, 11 to be precise. Until then, Av was being routed by Kislev. But with the Gabura's help, they have managed to regain half their losses. They are now expanding their territory and gathering resources buried in the ruins.
I've heard the village elders talk about it. Is Elly a part of that?
Quite possibly so. Their group has superior technology and power. It is rumored they are here solely to get the resources in the ruins. I am surprised they are using something as powerful as that ship. It must be to suppress the recent border skirmishes.
So, they are fighting the Kislev Empire.
Yes. It seems they have found new ruins on the northern edge of Av. Those ruins are under a 500-year-old temple. 3 weeks ago, Kislev took over those ruins. Most likely, they are fighting over that.
We continue up the path and leave Black Moon Forest. We arrive on the world map. Off in the distance, we see Dazzle, a desert town with a wall surrounding it. We open our menu to save and call it a day. We notice that the chapter's name is Broken Silence. This concludes episode 2. Thanks so much for listening. And we'll be back for episode 3, Exploring Dazzle. Credits. Voice actor: Faye, James Takahashi. Elly, Amelia Utecht. Citan, Nathan Woltering. Commander, Pintér. Narrator, Chad Moore. Narration writers: Seong, Chad Moore. Edited by Chad Moore. Xenogears is copyright Squaresoft 1998. If you want to get in contact with any of these talents, please contact blindaccessiblegaming@gmail.com. This is a passion project made by fans. If you would like to contribute to this project, please contact us at that email. Finally, we would like to thank everyone who has supported this project. Stay tuned for the next episode.